What is this? A network error. Okay. Do I need the network to play a game that's single player and has no online? What the F is happening? Give me 1 second. Now I turn this off and on again. No joke, people. I had this thing set up like about 2 hours ago. There it is. Hopefully it's working now. Oh, there it is. It works. Damn it, it works. All right. Why is this so low? All right, so you guys see at the top, it is 60 frames right now on the Steam Deck. We're going to put it through its paces a little bit. All right, we're going to check what the settings are. What are the effing settings here, people? I need to raise the sharpness a little bit. That's one thing, because I can see this is kind of blurry. Let's see. All right, so the resolution is very low, what it has it set to. Okay, let's bring this resolution up. Let's go. Let's go, resolution. See if we can get this up to 1080p. Or at least to the resolution, the native resolution of the Steam Deck. Right? Sorry, people. It seems to be taking a little while to switch between these resolutions. All right, let's go. Can you take any longer than this? What the hell? Okay, so did that go down in resolution? Am I wrong? All right, so it's one more up. Hopefully it goes to it. 1280 by 800. I think that is the native resolution of the Steam Deck. Okay, right now it's 60 hertz. Normal rendering. Interlaced. Okay. I don't know what the difference is in that. Shadow quality. I wish they had just one preset that I could set up the graphics. I don't see any preset here, but anyway, we're going to try these settings out. It's going to go to main menu. We're going to start from the beginning. Just like we're going to start. I really hope I'm not in the wrong system. That would be really bad. Okay, this is a Steam Deck. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, it's shooting down to 45 frames. This is a cutscene. I'm going to make a wild guess that it's running in real time. All right, we're going to cut ahead. Looks pretty good. Even in the native resolution of the Steam Deck, it looks pretty decent. All right. All right, so you guys just see the frame rate there.
Dante.
It's running at a decent it's got a good frame rate there. 60 frames per second. Pretty good, looks decent. When you see this on a small screen, it's more than playable. It's extremely playable, people. And if you want better graphics, you can always mess around with it. That is a great thing about the Ally and the Steam Deck, is that they're extremely flexible systems. All right. Whoa, that's a fly. What the hell? What's a fly doing here, Colonel? Colonel. Colonel! All right, let's do this.
I can take you with no arms.
All right, they got some pretty good fly tech in here. You know what's crazy, people? I've always liked the Devil May Cry series, but I've never beat any of them. Not a single Devil May Cry game. None of them. None of them. All right, so this is like a solid 60 frames here. Steamdeck. I say this, people. Steamdeck is an amazing handheld. It really is. There's a ton of value there for $500. Even though the Ally is a really, really great system, you'll be totally fine with a Steam Deck. And it's, what is it, about, I think, $600? The Ally just gives you a lot more performance, way more performance. It's a great little. I mean, I think it's more powerful than a mid-range PC. The thing is pretty beefy. I was running Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019 game. It's kind of confusing because there's a couple of them I think that are called Modern Warfare. All right, this is the reboot of Modern Warfare 1, or Call of Duty 4. So I was playing that today on the Steam Deck, and that thing was running at over 120 frames. And I could have actually got more performance out of it. I just wasn't, I wasn't messing with the settings too much. And that's a title that it wasn't optimized for the hardware at all. Anyway, 60 frames. Looks like a pretty solid 60 frames at the native resolution of the Steam Deck. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to push this thing a little harder. Here we go. Options. Let's do some things and some stuff, people. Let's do it. Jack the graphics up. Okay, let's see if we can get some more frames out of this thing. Could we bring up the frames? Is that possible? Seems like it's locked at 60. I don't understand why. Maybe the VSync is engaged. Let's see. All right, so the VSync is on. Maybe if I turn that off, it'll... No, it's not letting me bring the frame rate up for some weird reason. Oh, whoa, that wasn't good. That just got really ugly out of nowhere. All right, so what it's doing is it's not letting me bring the resolution any higher than the native resolution of the Steam Deck. I don't understand why it's doing this. All right, so it's kind of hard to put some strain on the system when you can't change the frame rate. It's a variable. Interlaced. Okay. But we can bring up some of these settings. I have no idea why it won't let me change these settings. It's really weird. Okay, we can bring this to Ultra. Shadows, we'll just bring up some of these settings. Okay. And then on the Xbox Ally, we'll just have it at 1080p, which is a higher resolution. And we'll do all kinds of stuff with these settings. And this is the Ally X. Once again, this is the high-end model of the Xbox Ally. And yes, people, it is an Xbox. They sell it at Walmart. The system is sold at Walmart. What more do you need to know that it's an effing Xbox, you piece of... Okay. Okay, we got VSync off. Well, we'll leave VSync on just so we can put more strain on the system. This is kind of annoying that this is not allowing me to bring it up. Maybe this would let you bring the frame rate up. It could be the capture card I'm running it through. That might be it. Maybe this capture card doesn't do 120. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to look at windowed. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to take a look at what happens now. All right. Brought up some of the settings. That variable makes it look kind of like garbage. I think it actually looks not as sharp as earlier.
Hey, thought you took off. Do you not understand?
I think that variable actually helps the frame rate run smoother. So I'm going to not have that running because it's not really putting stress on the game. Okay, so we're going to go forward a little. 1 second. Okay, PC. I have no idea what. That's just really irritating, people, that this does not let me bring that resolution higher than this. So 60 frames. What is this? Well, bring up the resolution scale and we'll bring it to 200%. Let's see what that does. All right, so that did all kinds of stuff to the game. That's making this run much slower. It's kind of weird because the whole game slows down like it's in slow motion. Like how slow the character's moving. All right, so if you want to make Devil May Cry run like complete garbage, then you make the resolution scaling 200%. That is a great way to play the game in slow motion. It's very dramatic. Okay. So that's not a good idea. Just know that. Just remember I told you. You don't want to do that. One moment. Gonna bring up the cell phone, see who's in the comments. 1 second, people. Anybody who just came in here, we are playing Devil May Cry 5 on the Xbox Ally X. That name, people, is terrible. That is a very terrible name. And we're also playing it on the Steam Deck. We're doing a comparison here. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to zoom out so I can actually see the chat. Got Skull Kids in there. Foo TV. Did you watch the... I didn't see it, man. Oh, well, he did a whole thing on Crawford? That's interesting. Thanks for telling me, man. I'll check that out later. Now, I haven't seen it yet. Did he talk about Crawford greasing himself? Full Diddy? All right. The chat's a bit... I don't like the way the chat looks too much today. I got to fix that. It just looks kind of blurry. But anyway, people, let's just play a tiny bit more Devil May Cry. I'm going to adjust the settings. All right. Got to go down here. I need to learn to slow down when I do these streams because sometimes I talk and I fumble over my own words. So I'm like, all right, so here we go. We're going to change, bring that down. If we really want to crash the game, just bring this to 300%. Let's do that. Wait, oh, it only goes to 200. What the hell? Why is this trying to control me? This is controlling me. It's not letting me do what I want. I want to make this 400%. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to go down here. All right, so there you go. Let's do one last thing. We'll see how well this game runs when we run it at a garbage resolution, a very low resolution. Okay, we're going down. I think that first resolution was something that Steam set up. I think this is the first one. Let's see what that runs like. The issue, people, is that it's still locked to 60 frames. It doesn't move from the 60. I just don't understand why that's happening, but it's got to deal with it. So I guess it's just going to be a more smoother 60 frames. Is that what's going to happen? No, it's still chugging. I don't understand. I mean, I brought the resolution down. So why is the game chugging? Maybe it needs to adjust. Wow, that's actually now having frame rate issues. It wasn't having any before. It doesn't make any sense. I just brought the resolution down. Why is the game chugging? All right, let's try this one last time before we put on the Ally X. Oh, it's the 200. It's this right here. This is what's making it chug. Okay. We're bringing this to a much lower setting, 50%, so that we'll see what kind of... Well, again, it doesn't mean anything because this is not letting me leave this 60 frames. So it means nothing. It's just going to be a nice, smooth frame rate. It's just going to be probably completely locked. Oh, wait a second. You know what it's probably on, I bet? I bet you this has the frame rate locked. Give me a second. See if I can get this to go. This probably has the freaking frame rate locked in the settings. Maybe. Hopefully that's the issue, because if it is, then I can get this to run all kinds of different frame rates. Or at least 90 frames. Okay. I think this is where it is. See, it's at 60. Let's see if I can get it to 90. Nope, it won't move. That's crazy. It won't let me move it from 60. So this game, for some odd reason, I think has a cap. It has a performance cap. Nope, it will not let me move that. That's it. What is this? Disable frame limit. Let's see that. Maybe that. So I want to disable frame limit. Gonna go down. Enable VRR. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the game and see if that affected anything. Okay. Nope. It does not let you change it. That is crazy. That's it. It's stuck at that low 60 frames. That's it. That's all I can get out of it right now. Wow, look how terrible that looks. If this didn't have a frame cap, this better be running at 300 frames. Okay? Wow, it looks pretty good. It reminds me of an old Sega CD game. Ooh, that's a very... I actually kind of like playing it this way. All right, guys, just tell me what you think in the comments if you think this is a great way to play this title. So I'm really liking it. Exodus files had for Canelo 7-5. Yeah, Skull Kids. That's not shocking. I could see that score. I really don't think that guy Crawford won that fight. I don't. A lot of people want to beat me over the head and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, these guys are scoring smiles. Clean, effective smiling. Anybody new to the page, this is a variety channel. If you don't know, we do sports content. That's what we're talking about here. There was a fight a couple of weeks ago between two fighters, Canelo Alvarez and another fighter named Terrence Crawford. To me, I scored it in our live play-by-play. I scored it for Canelo Alvarez. I had it 8-4, but I could see it 7-5. And if you want to be extremely, extremely generous and give Crawford a draw on smiles, you could do that if you're the closeted person, and if you know what I mean. That's okay. We still love you just the same. But I didn't see the guy win, and I'm gonna. Thanks a lot against Skull Kids for telling me about that. I'm gonna go check that out. All right. Okay. So there you go, Devil May Cry. It's locked. It's locked at 60 frames. The game obviously runs very well on here. I don't have all the settings maxed out, but most of them it looks like. The game actually looks pretty damn good. It looks pretty good. I was playing it earlier. I never got into it. I played the demo a few years back. I purchased this on a Steam sale and never got around to playing it. But I was like, hey, you know what I should test? I should test Devil May Cry. That'd be the game to test. Look at that. Yeah, now, I can't even get 1080p, really? Maybe somebody could tell me how the hell do I fix this. Oh, there you go. That's annoying. Okay. So there you go. We're going to try out the ROG Ally right now, okay? I look at it a little blurry. I probably messed up one of those settings. I'm pretty sure this thing could run this at 1080p for sure. No doubt about it. If it could run this smooth at 60 frames, then you could probably for sure get 1080p or more and then lock it at, maybe 30 frames, or maybe it'll lock at 60. Who knows? I don't know because I can't test it. It won't let me move the dial on the frame rate, but there you go. There's Devil May Cry. Plays very well on Steam Deck. Just got to say it. It's a very capable system, but the Ally is a whole nother story, people. That's the super beast right there. Okay, one moment, please, while we whip out our Xbox Ally. Oh, wrong one. That's a Steam Deck. There's the Ally. All right. Hopefully my controls are all sunk up. Took me a little while to set this up earlier, Oh, got to not show that. I'll be showing my password. That's not a smart thing to do on the internet, people. It isn't. Okay. I got to close the Ally. All the online trolls would come for me. Okay, there you go. Hopefully it just turns on now. Okay. There it is, people. Xbox Ally. Ally X. All right. It's the same same gay. Wow. I was thinking about Crawford. All right. See if this control's working. Hopefully it is. Seems like it's not. Okay. All right. Please sync up. All right. There you go. Wow. I'm actually playing the Ally right now with a remote control, people. With an effing remote control. I should have put the sharpness on the Steam Deck. I don't have the. I actually have a minor bit of sharpness on the on Devil May Cry, but you have to understand that the game's 1080p anyway. It's going to be sharper. All right. Hopefully this allows me to change the settings. But from what I see right now, the game looks damn sharp. Okay. But there is a little bit of a sharpness filter on the game right now. Very minor, but you could always add your own sharpness filter to the game. I think a lot of these, what do you call them? These upscalers and all that, they do that. You can add some sharpness to it. So it ain't that out of the question that it would look like this or better on your system. All right. Okay, we're going to cut ahead. As you can see, the game is running at 60 frames right now. On the Steam Deck, it was shooting down. It was at a pretty low resolution. Okay, so we're going to skip this. And I'm going to mess around with some of these settings. All right, SkullKids25 says, I want to get the Xbox Ally too, bro. SkullKids, I think it's a great system. It is if you're on the go all the time. But if I was you, I'd probably wait for the next Xbox. That's if you want a console, if you want to go for a console. But this thing is looking mighty good, people. Look at the difference in quality. Wow, what the heck? And this ain't just minor sharpness I put on this. This just looks better. That one on the Steam Deck just didn't look right. Look how good this looks. All right, I'm going to check the settings and see what we can do. This is actually my lower end capture card, this thing, so I don't understand how it looks this good. The other capture card is way more expensive, the one that the Steam Deck is attached to. The Ally's attached to it like a $22 capture card we bought from Walmart. And it looking this good. It looking this good, people. Isn't that crazy? All right, you're going to go to the graphics settings. It's set to 1080p and it's 119 frames, but it's not displaying the 119 on this capture card, which is really annoying because we're trying to do an analysis. Maybe I can put their frame analysis on there just so we know how it's running. Actually, their frame analysis locked at 60. That's not good because I want to know how this is running. Okay, I'm just going to move around these settings a little bit. I mean, so it looks like it's all set to I want to see if I could set it all to, well, let's do this test because we put the Steam Deck at 200 and that had a huge effect. All right. The shadows are set to medium. We're going to set them to ultra. Okay. Shadow catch, ambient, bloom. We're going to set everything to high. High, not low. High. This is variable, screen space reflections. After we check this out, we'll come back and we'll pump all this stuff up. This is all about stress testing, people. Okay, see, it's locking to the native resolutions of the game. So I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's something that's built into the game that it's doing that. Okay, so now we've jacked up. And it's doing the same thing it did on the Steam Deck. But it is running kind of smoother. Look, it's hitting 32 frames. Around that, I would never play it like this. This is terrible. I don't know exactly what resolution this is. I assume it's, I have no idea. Maybe it's 4K, maybe it's 8K. I don't know why this slows us down so much. So what is that? I don't even understand what that would be. Sorry, the percentage there. So it's 100%. What would that be, Bob? 100% of 1080p. Is that doubling it? No. It says 100%, like right here. Right here. It says adjusting rendering resolution based on the screen resolution. So the resolution is 1080p and it's doing something with it. Anyway, we're just going to do this, people. We're just going to keep it at 100 and just test it out. All right, so it is shooting up. There you go. It is going up. Maybe the Steam Deck, there was something going on with that was capped at 60 frames. On here, it's at max settings, and it's running at over 100 frames. And people, this is coming out of a portable, and I don't even have this at the max wattage. And the thing runs like cool. Look at that. It's 65. I think it's 65 degrees right now. What is that, Bob? The C. Is that Celsius? So what would that be? Celsius. What would it be? Celsius. Is that degrees? Same thing. Okay.
Well, it's not the same thing as Fahrenheit. They're different.
Okay.
But it is a measurement.
But so would it be 65 degrees? Like regular 65?
No, 65 degrees.
What the hell would Celsius be?
I can take you.
I don't understand what's up with this, people. This thing is looking so damn good on here.
65 degrees Celsius.
What? No way. It feels cold when I touch the system.
Then it's probably 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's got to be Fahrenheit. It has to be. So it's, but it says C there. It says temp, 65 C. People, I don't know what's up. Wow, this is so contrasty. The Steam Deck looks so washed out and ugly. I'm gonna bring down the resolution and see if it looks like the Steam Deck. But this has like such a punchy, contrasty image. It's kind of crazy how good it looks.
Yeah, that's degrees Celsius, so it would be about 150 degrees.
Okay, I don't know if that can't be real because the system,
It might not be.
the system would be hot. It's not even hot. The fans aren't even going.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway. Okay, so this resolution here, people, is actually a little lower than the Steam Deck. It's slightly lower, so we're going to see what it looks like. And you see it still looks sharp. What the hell? It still looks sharp. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I need to plug the Steam Deck in with this other capture card. I'm going to do that in a minute, all right? I have to see it because this capture card is showing off a really great image, what I'm looking at. Skull Kids 25 says I want to get the Ally X2, bro. Exodus Files calls them puppets on Crawford's fanboys. Damn, people, this game looks damn good. This thing, look at that, 151 frames. Can you say beastly, people? 152, 55 frames, 54 frames. Crazy. I had no idea that this thing was going to run like this. This is crazy. It still looks really good. And what's funny is I'm playing this off of a I'm playing this over OBS, and the inputs are so fast. That's because, and I think it's because in the Ally there's a setting that actually makes your inputs faster. And I think I'm running this without the that screen thing. Let me show you. There's it's an interpolation. The system does interpolation. I'm going to see if that's on. If that is in here, we'll see if we can turn it on, see what it looks like. Okay, where the heck is this? All right, I forgot where it is. I think it's in performance. Maybe it's in GPU. Might be in here. Okay. Let's say this might be it right here. RSR rendering the game at a lower resolution. I have that off. These are some certain features that actually help the game run even better. And I have them all off. All right. So this is the thing that helps the inputs, makes them faster. Right. Enables frame generation. So that's the thing that creates frames. That's interpolation. Let's see what it looks like with the interpolation on. See if this captures it. Because that might be just through, you might be able to just see that in the screen. But we'll see if we can see it. See if it has any effect. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully this works. Okay, so there you go. I've got the interpolation on. Just jump to 176 frames there. You definitely probably want to use VSync for this because the frame rate is a bit all over the place. It goes really high. It's very smooth, and I think it is having an effect on the look of the game. It looks a bit softer, I feel like. It doesn't look as sharp as it looked earlier, so I'm going to turn that off. Okay, going to go back to that setting and turn it off. Nope, wrong thing. I just went to the GOG. Hopefully that doesn't turn on. Oh, damn it, it turned on. All right, give me a second, people. I turned this GOG off. Okay, Go here, 120. No. We go to max. Okay. Gonna go back to that program and turn it off. Turn that one off. This is the one that lets you modify your controls. GPU. I'm gonna turn that interpolation off. It's this right here. Frames. Go back. And then we're going to try one more time. I'm going to try the Steam Deck because I think this capture card is just putting out a really good image. I don't know what's up, but we got this thing from Walmart. It was $22, and the damn thing looks better than the other card, which was a lot more than $22. All right, 1 second, people. Still getting used to these controls a little bit on this thing, but the more I mess around with it, the easier it is. Okay, so right now there's something weird going on. Hopefully this catches up. My control's actually not, I'm not able to actually control the game. I don't know what it did. I think it might have just turned, it did, something happened with the game where it turned my controls off. Maybe it's this? Nope, still not working. See if I go back this way, see if it fixes it. Oh, it's saying it's launching. What the hell? It's already on. Don't launch it again. Oh, there it is. See it? It was a little bug, right? I don't understand why this is so low. Give me a moment, people, while I check this out. I think I got to go to the settings in the computer, see if I can bring up the audio, because I think that this capture card's audio is just too low. I can barely hear it. All right. Just going through the Windows settings right now. So I don't want to put gain on it. If I put gain, it might sound a little distorted when I threw it through the program. Recording. All right. All right, so there it is. Let's see if I turn it off and back on. Because there's like a weird clippiness coming from this capture card. Like the sound has got a little crackle in there. All right, so now the audio works. It's louder than it was before, but it's a little distorted. I had that happen with another capture card a few weeks ago. I don't remember how I fixed it. Now, where the hell do I have to go? All right, let's kill some of these beasts. Where are they?
V, I trust you.
All right, we're just going to beat the hell out of this dude to see if the frames go down at all. The fans on the unit, people, are barely even making a sound. It's crazy how the thing feels like there's almost no heat coming out of the thing. And to touch it's mostly cool. It's nuts. It's running at 130 frames, 150 frames, 170, and the thing runs cool. Insane. Anyway, the game runs amazingly. I'm pretty sure you can pump a higher resolution if you can get it to do it. It seems to be locking to the native resolution of the screen. I don't know why, but that's what it's doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check the Steam Deck again. But you guys could see the performance is way above the Steam Deck. I'm like surprised, and I think I can get way more performance out of it if I lower these settings. Even at the highest settings, this thing is at 1080p. It's running at 130 frames, 100. It is jumping all over the place a little, but it's not getting any lower than 100 frames, right? Or it's actually riding around 130. It's pretty nuts coming out of a portable that's barely hot at all. It's just slightly warm, very slightly, and there's no real heat coming out of it. When I got my hands on the fans right now, I don't really feel anything there. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this. I'm going to connect the Steam Deck to this other capture card. I'm going to see if it makes a difference in the way it looks. I just got to take the, I have like this case on my Steam Deck. I had to take it off. 1 second. But while I'm taking the case off my Steam Deck, remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV. It's the greatest channel known to man, people. It really is, right, Bob?
Absolutely.
Really is. Really is, people. All right. I'm not liking the way the phone looks. I'm going to have to fix that later. All right. Having a hard time taking this case off this freaking Steam Deck. Trying not to break it while I'm doing this. That's the thing. That's the key. Don't break your Steam Deck while you're trying to take its clothing off. It's a weird rubber outfit. Okay. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Wish you guys could see this. Got to set up a camera in the room so you can guys see me disrobe my Steam Deck. Is that how you say it, Bob? Disrobe or derobe? All right. So disrobe. Okay. All right. So Steam Deck has been disrobed. Put this on here. Hopefully it just turns on. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. Maybe I got to turn it off and on. One moment. I hear it. Maybe that's it. Hopefully that's it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. All right, 1 second, people. My Steam Deck is glitching a little bit. Okay, Steam Deck, let me fix you, please. I have to find out where the hell my Steam Deck graphic is. 1 moment, people. Where the F is this? Okay. Sorry, it's a bit weird that this thing is sliding in and out, but I don't want to go and turn on the studio mode. Sometimes it glitches. All right, I'm going to unplug my Steam Deck and plug it back in. Maybe that fixes this. This happens from time to time with capture cards. They screw up. Okay, it looks like maybe it won't connect. I don't understand what this thing is doing. This capture card is having some issues. I'm going to see if I can run it on the other screen. 1 moment. All right. It could be that it'll probably work on the Xbox Ally. Yeah, see, it's there. It's there. Just remember, people, that this is the Steam Deck. The thing is, it's screwing up, so it's swapped the screens. But right now, the game is running on the Steam Deck. Okay, we're going to zoom in a little bit. The illusion has been broken. That is not an Xbox Ally, people. That is a Steam Deck. No lie. It's not a lie. And as you can see, it's running through the same capture card as the Xbox Ally ran on earlier. Oh my God, which control is this shit on? Okay. 1 second, people. I'm having more issues. I got to turn this. I'm running this on a PS5 controller. I actually have 2 console controls on my table. One of them's for the Ally, the others for the Steam Deck. Okay. The issue is that I have this plugged into the wrong base station. Give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully that does it. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. Work, please. Well, it's found the controller. I just need it to work now. And I need to unplug it and plug it back in. Maybe that'll fix this issue. A lot of technical stuff here, people. It looks like a spaceship on my table. I have so much stuff. Okay. Let's see, what can I do here? We'll reorder the controls. Maybe that'll do it. All right, PS5 number 1 is the Steam Deck, so we'll make this number 1. Well, make this number 2. Oh, no, that's got to be number 1. So that might fix it, hopefully. Oh, no, Steam Deck. No, you got to be number 2, Steam Deck. There you go. Hopefully that fixes it. Please work. There it works, people. There you go. There's the magic. And so you see it, people. It's running on the same exact capture card, and look at what it looks like. It doesn't look as good as the Ally. Now, I don't know what it's doing here. I'm going to go and I'm going to mess with the settings just a little bit, but it doesn't look nowhere as good as the Ally. It runs well, but when you see another thing is, look, this is a larger screen I'm looking at this on. When you go and you put this in your television, the Ally, you're gonna get yourself a really good picture. And it's gonna look great not only on the handheld but also on the big screen, which is important. You know, if you want to use this thing as your main console or as a PC, because this thing actually is a PC. It's both a console and a PC. It's a very flexible PC or console, you could say, because it has Windows in it. So you know you could basically plug keyboards and a mouse into there. You could do all kinds of stuff on it. You can run Photoshop, music software. You could do you could do your job on this damn thing. Okay. And I think it runs anything that a Windows computer runs. So you want it to have a really great picture, and it really does. But if your goal is to just have a really good handheld, it's got an amazing image in it and tons of flexibility. Another handheld, the Steam Deck. It's not as flexible as the Ally, but it is incredibly capable. And when you see this game running on that small OLED screen, which this is what this Steam Deck we're running right now is the OLED model. Now it has more memory than the lower end model, but the biggest difference in this model is that I think the CPU, they might have upclocked it a little bit. I'm not sure, but for the most part, it is the same model as the older one, the LCD model. But that OLED screen is pretty amazing. When you see it in your hand, it's that small screen. I think it's like 7 inches or something around there. It looks completely different than what you're seeing right here. Unless you're seeing this on your cell phone. If you're seeing this on your cell phone, then it probably looks really good. But right now I'm looking at this on a 55-inch TV, and I see that it's kind of blurry. It's kind of blurry. But this is because it's on a big-ass TV. Now, if it was on that small Steam Deck screen, it would look amazing.
Jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal?
Its resolution is lower here.
Sorry, Dante.
But the performance is very, very good. I mean, 60 frames. It's shocking just to see that the Steam Deck can run this stuff this well. All right, so I'm going to go to settings one more time. All right, 1 second. I'm going to go to settings and change some more of these settings, see if we can sharpen this up a little bit. Okay, looks like we're going to have a boss fight. 60 frames. I wish I could bring that up. I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck can run this at 1080p. I don't understand it. It just kind of sucks that it's locked like that. All right. And I think that is one of the main things. Oh, it's the 50%. Maybe we'll bring it to 100 because on the Ally, we had this set to 100%. So we're going to bring that up and see if that sharpens this up a little bit. We didn't mess around with this stuff. Probably if I would have brought this texture down, this texture detail in the mesh, that might have actually made the game run even better on the Ally. And not maybe, it probably, who knows, it probably would have ran over 200 frames. Okay, now we put the 100% sharpness, and the game looks great. That's what it was. That was one of the problems, is that we had that set to 50%. Has a huge effect on the look and the graphics, the clarity of the game. The game actually now looks very vivid. It looks very good, very good. And obviously, it's not running at the frame rate that the Ally was running at. And I don't understand. I'm gonna check and see if I can turn off if the VSync is on. Hopefully, if I turn that off, that'll allow this game to run at a higher frame rate. So the VSync is on. Hopefully that changes this and allows us to have more of a variable frame rate. So it looks like it's going to be locked at 60. That sucks. Because I think we could definitely squeeze more from this title. This is running at 60 frames. If we ran this at 30 frames, who knows? We might be able to get 1440p out of it. We might be able to get 1440p out of it with all the same settings. Who knows? I wasn't able to push this game as hard as I wanted to. But anyway, obviously the Ally's running this. It's running this at a higher frame rates. Over 100 frames, consistently over 100 frames. But this 60 frames is very, very good. The Steam Deck screen only does 90 frames, which is it's pretty good. It's really good, really, really awesome screen, that OLED. So if you're just going to play that thing portably, in the portable mode, then 90 frames is just fine on that screen. But looking at how this is running, a solid 60 frames, I have no doubt that this would run much higher frame rates if I was able to push it, which I'm not. All right, so I'm dancing around. I was dancing around. It's pretty damn cool, people. It's pretty cool. Okay, that was the Steam Deck, not the Ally. It's kind of annoying that what it did there, Bob, right?
Correct.
It was running the wrong it was running the wrong graphic. What the hell? Are you angry about that, Bob?
Absolutely furious.
Justin, you guys know Bob's on the other end of the room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these again, and we might run one last test on the Ally. Okay? The Ally and the Steam Deck. They're going toe-to-toe live on the Real Food TV. Here comes the cliffhanger music. And that's the movie. This isn't a cliffhanger. Or maybe it is. What do you think of that, Bob?
I don't think it's a cliffhanger. I think that you're providing conclusive data.
You should, if you're going to talk, Bob, you should probably come over here and talk, so people can hear you. It's too late. Yeah, it's very late right now. Show's going to be ending soon. 1 second. Where the hell's my where's my audio stuff? Oh, here it is. There's the cliffhanger music. Don't drop me. I'm not gonna drop you. Gabe, don't drop me. Do you remember that scene, Bob, with the guy, he drops the lady?
Yeah.
He's got the veiny arms. Remember that? Got those veiny ass arms. He's like, "Yeah, hold on, Gabe." Ah. I'm not even kidding. That's the sound she makes. She sounded like a bug that was sprayed with Raid. That rhymes, doesn't it? Does it not rhyme, Bob?
It does.
All right, so Bulb in the comments says, "This is already a nightmare. Sup?" And then I see sup. Again, I got to fix my comments. Sorry, guys. We got Sergeant in there. What's up, Sergeant? All right. The video, the Skull Kids 25 says the video is called The Puppet Show. Full movie featuring Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. Thanks a lot, man. I'm going to watch that later. I'm looking forward to it. But once again, people, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV. We love you. Wait, where's my damn audio? They had very dramatic music in this film. Even though the film was about like dudes looking for their briefcases of money, and they're killing people. But the music was very touching. Very touching. It sounds sort of like a documentary of like soldiers, you know? Something about it. Or it sounds like the sound of music, you know? I feel like a lady would be dancing in a field with a large skirt and smiling with her hands up in the air. Sort of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, but with less boobs. All right? Okay, so one moment. I'm going to plug these handhelds back in again and get the show on the road. Okay. All right, just so you know there, Skull Kids 25, I know in the comments you said that you wanted to get both these systems. One of the things I'm not hearing in the media, the gaming media, is the this feature that the Ally has. And this one has it. The $1,000 model has it, not the $600 model. This one actually allows you to plug in external GPUs. So this thing could be upgraded with whatever GPU you like. If you go, they sell them on Amazon. I saw these, they call them like these base stations, and they come with power supplies. And you basically just like put a GPU in it like a Nintendo cartridge. Like a cartridge, you just put it in there. You plug in your power supply and boom, you literally just take a cable and plug it into the top of your Ally. It uses all the you know, the CPU and everything in the Ally, and you end up getting this crazy high-end graphics. So you could push, you know, who knows what, 8K, 4K very easily, hundreds, you know, to bring up your frame rates. Whatever game is GPU intensive, it'll get pushed even further. It's insane, and that's why I was telling Bob that this is the ace up Microsoft's sleeve, because with this new system, this new OS, this PC-like OS, it's a Windows PC, and it's sort of also like big picture mode in Steam, right? Except it's more detailed, that you could do more with it. It's more integrated into the bigger system, which is the Windows. So if you load in software into the Windows aspect of this portable, it actually goes into the big picture mode. It's integrated instantly, which that's not what happens in the Steam Deck. In the Steam Deck, you have to do all kinds of crap to get the integration. This thing does it just like automatically on the fly. So it feels like they're connected to each other, except in the Windows mode, you just get more flexibility. You know, you can mess around with files more, you can do a lot more stuff. But yeah, I think Microsoft is going to release a system, and I think they're going to have a port that allows you to upgrade the GPU. So there's not going to be any more of this this stuff about what is it? Like a what do they call them, Bob? Like a mid-cycle refresh? There's not going to be any more mid-cycle refreshes for Microsoft. That's it. They're done with that. And when it comes to Sony's games are going to be on this new console, whether Sony likes it or not. Because in order for Sony to pull these games off of the Xbox, they would have to not use Windows. And people, I don't think Windows is like the most used OS in the world. I don't see Sony using Linux. Okay? They're not going to release their games. I don't think they're releasing them in Linux right now. I mean, there are certain emulators you can use in order to run these Windows-based games, but they are Windows-based versions. They're not Linux versions where you're going and you got Linux games. Give 1 second, people. I'm messing around with the Ally. It's having there's some weirdness going on here. Okay. It's telling me to what is this? New controller firmware available. Update. All right, so I'm going to update. I really hope this doesn't mess this up and turn the damn system off or something. Oh, it's got some PlayStation thing in there. No, thanks. All right, I'll download it anyway. It says download for Windows, so there's a PlayStation 5 update on my freaking Xbox Ally. What the heck? Because I got a PlayStation 5 control plugged into it. Anyway, like I said, they're going to most likely put out that new Xbox, and I'll put money that it's going to have one of those ports. It's going to have one of those ports that allows you to upgrade your GPU. So right out the gate, if you got yourself one of these 4080, 4090, whatever graphics card, you're just going to be able to plug it into this console. So they could put out like a $300 console with or 400 that has a really good CPU in it and a decent graphics, right? Maybe even 1080p. They put out a console that runs next gen games, but in 1080p. And they'll say, hey, if you want more, and this is genius. This will be genius of them to do this. They say, well, if you want more graphics, you want higher end graphics, like you want these games to run at 4K and so on, then here we have a list of graphics cards that are plug and play. That's it. And they all are like that, but you know, maybe they'll have some partners where they put out some graphics card, maybe get some price drops on there. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna do this because they're doing it right now. You can plug any graphics card into this Ally, right? All right, so we're gonna look at some. We're gonna change the game. One moment. Hopefully this is working. What is happening? I don't know. This is doing something crazy. Can it please work? But yeah, Sony's not going to be able to get around this unless they stop making games for Windows. And I don't think they're going to be doing that. I just don't see it. Okay, this is trying to update the damn thing again. It's doing some wacky stuff right now. I don't know what it's doing, this Ally. All right, people, I'm trying to get this thing to work. I'm making sure I can, one moment. Maybe I screwed something up here. I have no idea what happened. This Ally's doing some weird shit, and it's not actually letting me run any more software through the my capture card. Moment. Maybe if I turn the screen off and turn it back on. These capture cards are very finicky. They do stuff like this. All right, so I turned it off and back on. Hopefully this fixes this issue. Now, it looks like it's screwing up. It could be OBS. OBS does this from time to time. But anyway, people, it's super late. I'm going to do some more tests probably tomorrow. This is one of the reasons we got this thing. I mean, I like it. I think it's a really cool system. It's very expensive, but it's got tons of flexibility. It's basically a featured PC, and it's actually a pretty high-end PC when it comes to the GPU in there, the different features it has, some kind of weird AI systems. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I don't know. I got to go research exactly what's so magical about it, but those are some crazy frame rates there. I'm pretty sure we could have squeezed some higher frame rates out of that game on the Steam Deck, but you know, this thing is just, I don't know what the hell it was doing. What the hell? It's locking our frame rates. What are you thinking? Are you insane? Are you okay? All right, one moment. This thing has just changed my damn control settings. So again, the OBS, it craps out from time to time, people. So that's probably what's happening. But it's already so late that I'm just going to get out of here. I want to thank all you guys for coming in here. We got Skull Kids 25. Right, call some of you guys out. In a good way. In a good way. All right. Check. All right, I want to thank you guys for coming in here. We had Skull Kids 25. We got Sergeant in there, Bulb. I don't know what you mean by this. It's already a nightmare. How's this a nightmare? All right, Skull Kids, leave some comments. We had the El Barbarino and millions of other people. So many people came in here. It's insane. Bulb is a wackadoo. I don't understand. Take care, Food TV. Thanks a lot. You too, Skull Kids. All right. Anybody that comes in here after the stream and watches this amazing show, remember to subscribe to The Real Food TV. If you guys want to donate to The Real Food TV, our Venmo is in the description of every video on this effing channel. Okay? We'll be back most likely tomorrow. Okay? Have yourselves a good night, everyone. And we love you. See you later.